Hello, love. So, Eden, improvisational theater. Oh my gosh, I'm finally articulating what it is I'm wanting to bring you as a family. You know, what qualifies me for this big adventure of helping you all become theater people. Improvisational theater people, where you can put on a show at the drop of a hat. You can, like I used to do, like within a month I'd have an all new original musical written with incredible actors and all kinds of outrageous stories and hilarious plot lines that would bring community together. See, it would bring people into this joy of creating and healing themselves through acting out characters they never get to play and wearing costumes of other archetypes than who they feel stuck as, and rituals of cacao ceremonies and fire dancers outside. Like, this is what you can do. You can become the hub of your community like like never before, and you can use all of your gifts and you can get your kids engaged so that they are writing, acting, dancing, painting. Oh my goodness. So that everything that the theater naturally brings out in people is your life. It's your lifestyle. But instead of doing it the heavy-duty way where you have to go to constant rehearsals, memorize scripts and all of that, which is fine, but a lot of work, improvisational theater is natural. It comes instinctually, and it doesn't require hardly any rehearsing. It actually requires instead simply creative time that's organized in such a way that the creativity itself becomes the performance. I want to train you in this, okay? I want to train your whole family and your little kids. Your little kids will be able to do this right away, and it will be just as relevant for your teenagers and the grandparents. So what qualifies me, darling? How can I do this so well? Well, because I grew up in the musical improvisational theater, in the Young Actors Improvisational Theater Company in Berkeley, California, run by Robin Roof and Rosemary Christoph, my mother, who was doing the musical aspect for improvisational music, original music that we all composed. The choreography I was learning from these extraordinary dancers in Oakland, these the Afro-Latin jazz dancers, Halifo Asamaria and Elvia Marta, from the most exotic dance countries. Oh my God, they were so amazing. So anyway, you have me. Oh my God, by the time I was 14, let's see, 14, we had put on about 24 musicals by then that I had already starred in. We learned the, we played every character from old to young, male and female. We wrote our own parts, we directed, we acted, we produced, we made promotional materials, we created the costumes, the sets, the lighting, the makeup, everything. So that by the time I was 14, I was actually able, and I went to direct a theater company for a private school so that I could pay for my tuition that way. You know, this is powerful. Because instead of being, most actors are at the whim of other people's words, other people's stories, other people's meanings, and they don't get to heal themselves through their own words and their own stories, or heal community, or feel that, like Spike Lee, like tell it like you see it, right? And this is the other thing, I don't know about you, but I'm so frustrated with the school's lack of the arts and their lack of meaning and their lack of spirituality, their lack of cultural perspectives and spiritual understandings from the indigenous, their lack of world community perspectives, their lack of the truth about history and the indigenous people and the African people in this country, in the United States. I mean, I want my children actually to be prepared with their feet on the ground about what's real. So the thing about the theater, the improv theater, is that you get to say it as it is without having to lecture. You get to tell stories that are so vivid and emotional and funny that everybody's there with you, right away. So what happened was I went on from there to be, have the leads in all kinds of musicals, to be in opera companies, because of course, in the theater. You get trained, your vocal training as well, which I will help you to have training with your voices too. Yeah, because 15 years of opera study gives me a lot to give you in that department. You know, and I have 3 albums that I just put out on my Facebook page for you to check out. What happens when you grow up in improv theater is you have this authority over creating in general. It becomes that you can just create in any domain, in any forest. You take that same confidence into the boardroom, into writing, into choreography of dances, into painting. And also we paint sets, so I had a big mural. You probably know my mural in Amherst, that big giant mural across from the Bangs Community Center. It's all about cultural inclusivity. Yes, you get to say what you want to say, the forbidden thing, and you do it through art, and it stands there. That mural's been there, what, 25 years now? So then what happened was I actually ran a school. I ran a school of the 5 arts, the Art Bridge Center for the 5 Arts, and during that time I produced 26 musicals with the kids and families. I was serving over 100 families, and what I really found was like the joy, the love of seeing your kid doing their thing, and the grandparent up there too, playing their violin or whatever gift they have to offer, because these are community musicals that include everybody, that weave in all of our gifts, right? And that's what's so fun about it. So you're creating, the purpose of it is actually just to have fun, to have joy, and to uplift each other. And there's a sacred component to the ritual theater that's really coming from the heart, and it's for each other rather than for performance or getting attention or accolades, when it's really just for each other and for your community. There's a ritual aspect to it that actually, it renews the soul. It does. It renews the soul, and it brings direction, and it brings meaning, and it brings authenticity, and that spark of the divine, that enchantment, that wide open imagination that the schools are missing now as we, venture forward into a treacherous time in history. Our schools now feel more and more irrelevant to what the kids are actually facing. So ecology and the wisdom of the indigenous comes into these stories that I write. I'm going to just be giving you stories. I'm going to be putting on these shows for you every Sunday, okay? Starting simple, very small, with puppets, very humbly. You'll see it grow and grow until I have my own theater, my own yurt in the forest, which is, I bought land already. We already have the land. So you'll see it all grow and blossom. And this is what I want for you. I want you to have your own home theater, joy going on, where all of the arts, what's so wonderful about the theater is all of the arts are included. All of them. You got the singing and the music and the painting of sets and the creation of costumes and the faces that you create with lighting and makeup and the lighting itself that changes the entire mood. It's so much art comes into it, and then you have videography and movie making and story writing and the acting itself, and then improv acting, the authenticity of sharing from your instinctual playful place. Whoa, how about it? Okay, join me on Sundays. Join me. If you join and you pay in full, I'm charging at this moment, I'm calling it $555 for a year's membership. And believe me, within a couple of years of being in this program, you will have everything you need for your own theater company. And if you pay in full, when you pay in full, you can gift this program forward to a family that you love to share this blessing. Or you can take my Love Life course, which is for the parents to keep them strong and happy and in love. And it's buy one, get one free. So if you get this program and you want to take that as your free course, you can do that, or pass it forward to a family you love that you want to have, as part of your first people in your theater company, right? All right, it's happening, it's starting. I made a little puppet theater in my trailer. Okay, so we're gonna start where we are, very humbly. All right, contact me on Facebook or evesedenarts@gmail.com. All right, much love to you, darling. Here we go.